I grew up in a small town in Washington, Aberdeen. As a young person, most people wanted to become a Husky. And when I got into high school, I was a football player, and I was recruited by the University of Washington. And over the course of my sophomore, junior, and senior year, I was invited to stand on the sidelines with the Huskies probably at least 3 times, maybe 4 times during that 3 or 4 year period of time. The big game, the final game, my senior year, after that game, the assistant coach at University of Washington came into the locker room and shook my hands, and he says, "I want to tell you something, that we have decided not to offer you a scholarship." I was absolutely dismayed, actually in shock, and I said, "Why did you reach this decision?" And he said, "Well, you're too small." So at the same time, I was being recruited by a few other schools, of which my second choice would have been Oregon State University. So that Thanksgiving was on a Thursday. I called Bob Zelinka, who was the assistant coach under Tommy Prothro, and he said, "Why don't you come down Saturday night, and I'll arrange for you to have dinner with Tommy Prothro and Terry Baker, who had just won the Heisman Trophy." So I went down Saturday night. And how can you say no to those two people? And of course, I was a Beaver from that night on. I grew. At Oregon State, academically and athletically, I grew. I had really great coaching that really developed me into learning how to tackle and be more physical on the football field. My sophomore year, I played in the Rose Bowl. At that time, it was a Pac-8, but I was all-conference, first team all-conference my senior year. And one of the best things that really happened to me in college was my teammates elected me as a co-captain. And I remember DeAndros at that point came up to me and said, "Russ, I want to congratulate you that your teammates have voted you to be co-captain for our football team next year." Oh, the decision to go to Oregon State was the best decision I could ever make. I was not a particularly good student in high school, but I finished with very, very good grades. You know, when I graduated, I sent out resumes to 6 businesses that I wanted to work for, and I got calls from each one of those with job offers. Oregon State gave me the opportunity to excel in my careers over my life, and I really welcomed the opportunity to give back to the institution that gave so much to me. And serving on the boards of both the Alumni Association and the Foundation for many years, I can see how we can help other individuals similar to how I was helped. To me, Oregon State University is more than a university. It's an institution that uses its resources to empower and educate individuals so they can take advantage of more and greater opportunities for them in the future. And that's something that I like being a part of.